Hey, thanks for watching Four Color Commentary. I'm Mark Allen. And this is really just kind of a, well, it's a video from the heart, I guess. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a big Sal Buscema fan. And recently, of course, I've done the video, the tribute video to Sal Buscema, comics legend Sal Buscema. I've done an interview, I've done a video on ROM Space Knight, just a video review of that comic, that series. And I've talked about Sal Buscema's art from time to time. But recently on the, I believe it was on the Comics Legend Sal Buscema video, which was recently #1, first search for Sal Buscema on YouTube. Now it's just recently been displaced to second. But it was just kind of cool that for a while it was first on YouTube whenever you'd search Sal Buscema. I like that. That's great. But at the same time, there was one of the commentators, Froggacuda. And I want to shout out to his channel. It's not a comic-related channel, though he is a comics fan. It's a channel about eating hot stuff, okay? So check out Froggacuda's channel, Froggacuda. Froggacuda, Froggacuda, anyway. But he had made a comment about Sal's faces, his characters' faces, and talked about, he said something that was very true. He said that many of his mouths, maybe he said most of his mouths on his characters, were simple trapezoids, but they expressed so much. Very true. Sal did use a lot of trapezoids on his characters, as his characters' mouths. But I think what this does is it leads people to believe that Sal Buscema was kind of a limited artist. And which is why I entitled this video, Sal Buscema, the Expressionist. Because actually Sal was able to capture many, if not all, expressions on his characters' faces. And you're going to see some of those scrolling through here. But, you know, everything from obviously anger and excitement, rage, that kind of thing. He was a Hulk artist for so long. But things like sadness, joy, exhaustion, boredom, even glibness, okay, or smugness. He could capture all of these different emotions on his characters' faces. He was actually a very talented artist in that way. But here's what I think. I think why people think he was sometimes a one or two-trick pony was because he had a stock image that he used for a KO punch. We've all seen it. We've all seen that Sal Buscema punch. You know, whether it's Spider-Man punching out a bad guy or the Hulk punching out a bad guy or a good guy, as the case may be, or any hero punching out a bad guy. We've seen that punch, and we've seen that image. But in all defense of Sal, there's another artist that I can think of, fan favorite artist, a legend in the business, who has worked for both Marvel and DC as well as other companies before them. None other than the late great Gil Kane, who uses a stock image of his own, I should say. He's created this stock image of the KO punch. We've seen it. I've seen it. You've seen it. Any comic fan knows it when they see it. They also know, by the way, the up the nose shot of Gil Kane. Okay, so here's my explanation for both of those. Sal Buscema, Gil Kane, both artists who turned out a glut of work. And I don't know if Gil Kane was, especially because I'm not an expert on Kane, although I know a lot of his career, but I've followed and studied Sal Buscema's career, and Sal was known as the artist who turned out a lot of work, sometimes doing, I think, up to 5 books a month. And so I'm going to say the same thing about Gil Kane, that he turned out so much work that there was a pose or two that he was comfortable with, and he would use them a lot. Same with Sal. This is not to say that these were untalented artists, and Sal especially, I believe, very expressionistic. His characters were very expressionistic. But the fact that he did the Hulk for so long, and that, as I've noted before, that his style was perfectly suited for the slam-bang action of superhero fare, I think some people put him in a box. And Sal Buscema really doesn't belong in that box, except in the sense that Marvel needed him in that box for a time. I think he was actually a more talented artist than we really even know. But anyway, or is a more talented artist. I'm talking about him like he's dead. What is that about? I hope he doesn't watch this. But anyway, Sal Buscema, a great artist, but he did exactly what the comic industry needed, exactly what his employer at the time needed him to do, and he did it great. He did it to much fan acclaim, and also to the acclaim of many of his co-professionals as well. Okay, so his fellow professionals. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there. More about Sal Buscema. He was a more talented artist than I think some give him credit for, and he'll always be one of my favorites. And I just wanted to mention that to you. And hey, listen, thanks for watching. If you would like the video, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. But whatever the case of you being here, and whatever you had to say below, and I hope you do comment, thanks for watching Forthcoming Commentary.